Jane didn't remember how the mixer ended. The hall had been filled with too many voices, too many business cards, and too many people faking excitement about synergy. She had gone because her boss said it was good networking for the company's branding team, and Jane, like always, went where she was told. She made small talk, smiled, and stood near the refreshment table long enough to be forgotten. That was until Sharon walked in. Black jumpsuit, pointed heels, a silver pin holding her braids in place like a crown. She didn't just enter the room, she arrived. The way people turned to look at her was almost involuntary, like she carried gravity in her walk. Jane watched from across the room as Sharon took her seat on the panel. Confidence, effortless. She introduced herself, business consultant, brand strategist, founder of a firm that worked with 3 of the biggest banks in Nigeria and also runs a women empowerment association. When the Q&A started, Jane didn't raise her hand, but she listened. Every word Sharon spoke carried weight, clear, no fluff, no fear of stepping on anyone's ego. When someone, a man in a poorly ironed blazer, asked her if she ever felt intimidated in boardrooms full of men, Sharon smiled. "I don't walk into rooms to ask for permission. I walk in because I belong there." That answer stayed with Jane all night. It was at the drinks lounge after the event that they finally met. Sharon was standing alone, sipping something bright and citrusy, her phone glowing in one hand. Jane almost walked past her, but something made her stop. "Hi," Jane said nervously. "I just wanted to say, your session was really powerful." Sharon turned, eyes scanning Jane briefly before breaking into a small smile. "Thank you. You were in the back row, right?" Jane blinked. "Wow, you noticed?" "I always notice people who don't try to be seen." They talked about work, about how exhausting Lagos can be. Jane mentioned she ran a thrift store online on the side. Sharon nodded with interest. She didn't condescend or offer fake advice. She listened. Then the conversation shifted naturally to life beyond work. Jane found herself opening up about Tunde. She didn't mean to, but somehow it all spilled out. The borrowed money, the indifference, the loneliness. Sharon listened quietly. Not once did she interrupt, but her face told the story, her raised brow, her clenched jaw, the occasional shake of her head. "You've been with him 3 years?" she asked, when Jane paused. Jane nodded, embarrassed. "Yeah, I know it sounds like you've been shrinking yourself for someone who isn't even looking."